It's like walking in sunlight. When the whole world's covered in rain clouds, we're walking in sunlight, finding the truth and living it out loud. Yeah, when you know what's around.
Today is the last day of Passover. Those Israelites were warned by Moses they should mark their doorpost and go inside and shut the door because a judgment was coming upon Egypt. It is not a coincidence that we are in much the same situation as they were thousands of years ago. We are very much in a lockdown mode, and most of us are confined to our homes. There are other similarities to God's people of the house of Israel. For instance, the Egyptians, worried about a prophecy, killed all the baby boys. While in the world today, it is not a foreign power that does this great evil, but we do it to our own children and call it liberation. The Israelites were in bondage to the Egyptians for 400 years before Moses, with the power of God, freed them. Like them, we are in bondage and have been for a lifetime because of the Federal Reserve and taking the United States off the gold standard. In 1935, the citizens of this country began being numbered like cattle due to the creation of the Social Security Administration. Didn't Hitler number those people he sent to the concentration camps? Did you know that most Germans thought they were free during Hitler's reign of terror? So are we free? How many of us have lost our jobs because someone in government shut down the businesses? Why are all the states shut down when some states have as few as a couple of dozen deaths? What time in the entire history of the world have governments combined to close companies and businesses of all kinds to protect the people? This is a serious virus, and we should be wise in balancing our God-given freedom with public safety. We can learn how best to maintain this balance in the following account. John Taylor, the third president of the church, reported, "Some years ago in Nauvoo, a gentleman in my hearing, a member of the legislature, asked Joseph Smith how it was that he was enabled to govern so many people and to preserve such perfect order, remarking at the same time that it was impossible for them to do it anywhere else." Mr. Smith remarked that it was very easy to do that. "How?" responded the gentleman. "To us it is very difficult." Mr. Smith replied, "I teach them correct principles and they govern themselves." We have an understanding of how this virus works, and we have been given conflicting information by our leaders on how to protect ourselves. It is imperative that our leaders teach the correct principles, then allow the citizens to employ those principles of safety in the manner they see fit. We do not need to be coddled, and will quickly see the error of our ways if we do not abide by wise precautions to protect us and our families. In spite of that suggested policy, it is unlikely those in power will relinquish their gains of an ultra-controlled population. This brings another similarity of the ancient people of Israel. Just as they were expecting a prophet, which turned out to be Moses, Isaiah teaches of a new Moses-like figure who will free those in bondage. In Scripture, he is often referred to as the Davidic servant. The most important similarity is that the Israelites trusted in Jehovah and knew He had a plan. Likewise, many Christians today believe in Jesus Christ, and we find strength and peace in Him and His doctrines. He has a plan for us, and we can learn that truth for ourselves as we study His words and pray for guidance. He will not leave us comfortless. Are we not engraven on the palms of His hands?